several times. Actually, I went there for Snowden. That was my movie I did in 2016.
Loved it.
2016. And Snowden he's a character, but he lives in Moscow.
Do you communicate with him?
I can, but
He's in Moscow.
Yeah, he's in Moscow. He's become a family man.
Talk about standing up for what you believe in. And this is also something I do. I told this to Bobby Kennedy when he was here. Like, I don't agree with everything you said. And I said to him, you know, your father, I don't think would agree with everything you say, but he'd be very proud of you. Because he'd talk about sticking by your guns.
Yes.
But Edward Snowden, willing to, live in Russia, give up your country, that is a sacrifice. You might not agree with everything, but in general.
What about Julian Assange, too? I mean, these people stand for something. They mean something.
Right.
They have the most integrity, far more than any American political leader that we have. We have no leadership that way. We don't have anybody who stands for it. When John Kennedy spoke about peace, that's what I'd like to see American leaders talking about, peace.
Where is Julian Assange now?
Julian's in London still at that Belmarsh prison.
He's in a prison in London.
Yeah, horrible prison.
He was in a Ecuadorian.
Yeah, that was before.
Right, I remember.
Yeah. And they were taping him, as you know, through the Spanish intelligence firm. They were even planning to kill him. I'm not sure about this, but there was a plan to kill him.
Well, Pamela Anderson used to visit him there for sex, so I hope they taped that. We could get
Who visited him? Oh, you mean
Pam Anderson?
Yeah.
She was.
No, I met his wife, and I got to know her a little bit. Sarah, she's a beautiful woman, and he has 2 children with her. I met Julian when he was a bit more cocky, and he was a little. I'd say he was arrogant. Yeah. Well, so what? But Snowden.
To do things on that level, to be up that high on that high a tightrope. Of course, you have to be a little cocky.
Well, he was taking on the empire, and that was a huge risk.
And
he didn't. I don't know if he saw this coming.
No,
they hounded him they're hounding him still. They got Snowden because Snowden was in a tough position in Hong Kong because the extradition was going to. The Chinese they didn't know how the Chinese would play it, if they were going to extradite him from Hong Kong or not. They have a separate system there. So Snowden has to flee. Julian arranges for him to go to Ecuador, first of all, and then I think it was Ecuador, and he doesn't get there because the plane goes through Moscow and the plane goes from Moscow to Cuba, and from Cuba to Ecuador and so forth. So he ends up in Moscow, but the United States, knows he's in the air, so they take away his passport. Now he's no longer a citizen of any country in the world, so he's stranded in the Moscow airport for, I forgot, 2-3 weeks? 2 weeks at least. 2 weeks he sleeps in that hotel in the Moscow airport. And then, of course,
there's got to be some.
He wasn't very happy about it, but Putin did give him access and said, you're a free man, you can do what you want.
Does Snowden have a decent life in Russia? Does he have a girlfriend?
Now he does. He has a citizenship, I believe. You can have a dual citizenship.
Is he married? Is he?
Oh yeah. Didn't you follow all this stuff?
I'm trying to remember.
He had a beautiful girlfriend
in America, the pole dancer.
Sheila.
I didn't know.
Shailene Woodley played her.
Shailene Woodley played her in a movie? In your movie.
She was an amateur pole dancer.
Okay, but that was the eye-catching part of it.
No, she was a woman who tried.
Okay, so did she go with him to Russia?
Yes.
Oh, so they're still together.
She went there after he was barred from the U.S. I mean, he can't go. He can't even go. If you remember when the United States brought down the plane of Evo Morales, the Bolivian president. Yes. When he flew out of Moscow, they brought down that plane in Vienna.
Well, that one they brought down. But the other dude,
Snowden can't go anywhere because the United States has its claws everywhere. Sovereignty scares. You can't go to Egypt. So here he is in Moscow. He took his medicine. He got used to the place. He's probably learning Russian, and it's hard to learn.
Right.
And he's made his way since the movie of 2016 was, I'd say in the last 8 years, he's become much friendlier and understanding.
Do you think there'll be a day when he can come home?
I don't think so. He's
got his girl.
His wife, his girlfriend.
Do they have kids?
I think there's certainly one child. I think they have a second child.
She was the only chick who spoke English. I mean, what's he going to do? No, I'm kidding.
A lot of people in Russia speak English.
They do?
Yes.
Wow.
especially in Moscow. Come on.
Moscow's wild, I hear.
Moscow's a
like
great
as far
city.
as
You
like
ever
a
been there?
party. Of course not.
It's like New York. It's like
It's
New
like a
York.
party, like a giant
Oh,
party
it's
town.
a sophisticated city.
Right.
And great parties, by the way.
That's what
The
I'm
Russians
saying.
do party.
Oh, I remember when you partied. Remember? Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.